Hello everyone. How are you today or how are you feeling today? I hope that you are feeling great because we have a new lesson to tackle on today. As what you have seen in your screen, the title of our lesson is What are pronouns? Okay, so this will just be a quick run through on what are pronouns and what is a personal pronoun specifically. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to ask if are you ready to learn more about pronouns? Okay, that's great to hear if you are ready to learn. All right. So, without further ado, let us start our lesson. Okay, so what are pronouns? Okay, so when you say pronouns, pronouns are words that are used to take the place of nouns in sentences. Okay, so they are used to take the place of a person, a place, a thing, an animal, an event, or an idea. So that is the role of pronouns. Okay, so these are also words that you use so that your sentence will not become awkward. Okay, so it will become less awkward because if you will just use nouns, then you will just keep on repeating and repeating and repeating the name of the person or place or a thing. Okay, so there we have an example. Okay, so example, Mrs. Cornelia teaches EPP. Okay, so instead of using Mrs. Cornelia, we replace Mrs. Cornelia with the pronoun she. Okay, so in the second sentence, she is a pronoun that takes the place of the noun Mrs. Cornelia. Okay, so are we understood on that part? Okay, that's great if you understood that part. Okay, so next question. Why do we need to use pronouns? So we use pronouns to make sentences first clearer, so the sentence is clear. Second, so that the sentence will be less awkward. And third, so that the sentence will become smooth to avoid repetition. So again, without pronouns, we will keep on repeating the name of the person, the place, the thing, the animal, and the event or an idea. So it will become bare and it will become awkward and it will become a rough sentence. So that's why we really need to use pronouns. Okay, so there are many kinds of pronouns, including what we will talk about today, which is personal pronouns. Okay, so first kind of personal pronoun is subject pronouns. So subject pronouns is a pronoun that takes the place of a noun as the subject of a sentence. So you always remember that a sentence's subject is the person or thing that performs the action of a verb. Okay, so here is a table of subject pronouns. So there are three kinds of persons: first person, second person, and third person. So the first person is the one speaking in the sentence, second person, the one being spoken to, and the third person, the person that you are talking about with the second person. Okay, so example for subject pronouns in singular, we use I in the first person, but if it's in plural form, we use we. For second person, we just use you, nothing else. And the third person, we use he for a masculine noun, she for a female noun, and it for a singular thing. But in plural form, we use they, regardless if it is a person or a thing. All right, do you have any questions? Okay, so you may ask, what are the different functions of subject pronouns, or why do we need to learn about subject pronouns? Here is one function. First, it functions as a subject nominative. So when you say subject nominative, this is used as a subject. Example, he practices hard to win the game. Okay, so he, again, is a subject pronoun, and he in that sentence is used as the subject in the sentence. So, who practices hard to win the game? Yes, the answer is he. Okay, so he practices hard to win the game. Okay, next sentence. We gave them a head start in the race. Who is being talked about in that sentence? Yes, you got it right. The answer is we. So we there is used as the subject, and that is why it's considered as a subject nominative. Okay, so other examples. You told Jerry that his score was among the best. That made him feel better. So the subject there is you, and it is the subject, or the function there of the subject pronoun you is a subject nominative. So next, she lost weight by cutting out junk food. So the subject there is the pronoun, or the subject pronoun she. So she is being talked about in the sentence that she lost weight by cutting out junk food. Okay? And last sentence, they drank water from a spring that ran right out of the mountainside. So, they is being talked about, or is the subject in the sentence. So, they is the one performing the action, and it is a subject nominative. Okay? So, next function of subject pronouns is a predicate nominative. So when you say predicate nominative, this is used as subjects also, the same with subject nominative, but they come after the linking verb or be verb. What are the linking verbs? Is, are, was, were, am. Okay, so the predicate nominative is always found after the linking verb. So example, my best friend is she. So the linking verb again is, and the subject pronoun came after the linking verb is. So she there is still a subject pronoun, and it came after the linking verb is. And it is also under a predicate nominative. Okay, so next, the artist of the winning work was I. So always look for the linking verb, and the linking verb there is was. And of course, the subject pronoun comes after the verb was, which is I. Okay, next. The chosen ones are we. Okay, so after the linking verb are, there comes the subject pronoun we. So that is why it functions as a predicate nominative. And lastly, the captain is he. Is the linking verb, and he is the subject pronoun. So again, the two functions of subject pronouns. First, they function as, very good, they function as a subject nominative, which is used as a subject. And next, they also function as predicate, nominative, or coming after the linking verb or be verb. Okay, so let us proceed now with the next kind of personal pronoun. Okay, so the next kind of personal pronoun is the object pronoun. So a personal pronoun that is normally used as an object, either as the direct or indirect object of a verb or as the object of a preposition. Okay, so that is an object pronoun. So it either functions as the object of the verb or the object of the preposition, right? So these pronouns always take the objective case, whether they are indirect object pronouns or direct object pronouns. Okay, so next, let's talk about the table of object pronouns. So in object pronouns, instead of using I in the first person, we now use me. And instead of using we in the subject or in the object pronouns, we use us. So we just use we in subject pronouns, but in object pronouns that becomes us. Okay? In second person, it's still the same. We still use you. Now, for the third person, if you are talking about a masculine, then you use him. Feminine, you use her. And for things, you use it. Now, in subject pronouns, if we use they for both person or thing, in the object pronouns, in the plural form, we use them, regardless if it's a person or a thing. All right. Okay. So did you understand that part of the lesson? Okay. So let's continue. Okay. So first function of object pronouns, we have talked about that one in its definition, but we will tackle it one by one. First is the object of the verb. So it functions as the object of the verb. So always take note that if an object pronoun functions as the object of the object pronoun is found right after the verb itself. So example, mom and dad love us very much. So the verb in this sentence, mom and dad love us very much, is love. Now, what comes after love? Okay, so us, the object pronoun us, comes after the verb love. So, again, it functions as the object of the verb. Okay, next example. Bob took her to work Monday. Okay, so in the example, Bob took her to work Monday. Took is the verb, and right after the verb took is an object pronoun, her. Okay, so again, it functions as an object of the verb. Next, will you please tell them to come in? Okay, so in this sentence, will you please tell them to come in? Tell is the verb, and what comes after tell, which is the verb, is the object pronoun them. Okay, so it functions as the object of the verb. Okay, last example. He told you a lie about where he was last Saturday. So told is the verb, and you there is the object pronoun. So always remember, again, object of the verb, the object pronoun is found after the verb. Okay, so next kind of, or next function rather, of object pronoun is it also functions as the object of the preposition. So when you say object of the preposition, always take note that it is found, or the object pronoun is found after the preposition. So example, Tommy left without her. So what are prepositions? So again, prepositions without, to, or for, or under, those are different prepositions. And there are still very many prepositions. So you always have to take note that object pronouns also function as the object of the preposition. So again, Tommy left without her. So the preposition here, again, as what I have counted as an example, is without. So what came after the word or preposition without? Yes, you got it right. It is the object of the preposition because the preposition there is without, and what comes after the preposition is the object pronoun, which is her. Okay, next example. I dedicate this song to you. Okay, so the preposition in this sentence is to. And what comes after the word to, or the preposition to, is the object pronoun you. Okay, next. Mom does everything for us. So the preposition here is for, and the object pronoun is found right after the preposition for, which is us. Okay, next. Please don't talk about it. So about here is the preposition, and what comes after the preposition about is the object pronoun, which is it. Okay, so do you have any other questions? Okay. All right. So the different functions of object pronouns. First, they function as the object of the verb, and second, they function as the object of the preposition. Always remember that object of the verb, it really comes right after the verb, and object of the preposition comes right after, or the object pronoun is found right after the preposition. Okay. Okay. So I hope that you understood. Again, let's have a review. We talked about the subject pronouns. It functions. There are also two functions. First, subject nominative, and second, predicate nominative. So subject nominative, it is the subject of the sentence. Predicate nominative, it still functions as a subject, but it's found at the later part, or the subject pronoun is found at the later part of the sentence. Meanwhile, object pronouns, number one, when you say object pronouns, these function as the object of the verb and the object of the preposition. Now, let's proceed to possessive pronouns. So when you say possessive pronouns, these are words that are used to indicate that something belongs to someone. Okay, so next is a table of possessive pronouns. There. So in the first person, we use my and mine for singular, and for plural, we use our or ours. Second person, we use your or yours for both singular and plural. And third person, if it is a masculine noun, we use his. For feminine noun, we use her or hers. And for things in singular form, we use its. Okay, so for person or thing, regardless, we use their or theirs for the plural form under the third person. Okay, so first things first, always remember that some possessive pronouns come before a noun. Example, my dog is sleeping. Next, your dog is chasing a squirrel. And last, her dog is wearing a pink sweater. Okay, so possessive pronouns in this sentence, which is my, your, and her, come before the noun, which is the dog. Okay, but other possessive pronouns stand alone. Example, hers won the blue ribbon. Mine came in second. Yours came in third. So, as what you can see there in the sentence, after the object or the possessive pronouns rather, hers, mine, and yours, after that, you could see the verbs like hers won, mine came, yours came. So they stand alone. They could be used as the subject in the sentence. Okay, so thank you very much. Again, the three kinds of personal pronouns, we talked about them. First, the subject pronouns. Second, the object pronouns. And third, the possessive pronouns. I hope that you learned something out of our lesson today. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!